Hello, beautiful souls. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. This is for the 1st of June, 2025, first day of the month. There is a conjunction between the Leo moon and Mars in Leo today, and at the same time, the Leo moon is making a trine over to Venus. I love these kind of days. These are the kind of days where we are more, we're more charming, and we're more flirty, with life, with love, with the good things in life. Okay, we're more open to that. Like, it's the kind of day where we're like, I want to make a charcuterie board. It's a nice soft day, which I think that we need. But I will say there is an applying square between the moon and Uranus. It won't be exact until very, very late in the day, but with that trine over to Venus and that conjunction to Mars, I think it's kind of balancing it out. It's inspiration. I feel like this is more like creative inspiration, passionate inspiration. We feel more driven today. We feel very motivated. We feel like we can express ourselves very easily, emotionally, and we can show it. It's because it's not just about thinking it, right, and saying it, because that would be more Mercury. But with Venus and Mars, especially Mars, it's more about doing it and putting it into action. Actions are louder than words today. So we're going to walk the walk today when it comes to what we feel good about, and again, it's a good day for a date. I will say that. Doesn't matter if you're single or in a relationship. Take your partner out, okay? If you're in a relationship, good day for a date. It's a fun day, okay? Fun day. I know there's a lot of other shit going on, but we're gonna focus on what the moon is doing, especially in daily readings. Okay. So, I don't want that one. Let's see. What is the focus of the day? What is the focus of the day for the 1st of June? Okay. We have joy. Yep. Again, it's enjoying the little things in life. Just have a good time today. Try to have a good time. That's the focus. The focus of the day is to try to have a good time. Didn't I say this like 5 days ago or something? Let me see. On the 28th. That's right. On the 28th, there was that focus message too. But this is more about this is you, right? This is your solar plexus, and this is a solar plexus card, so this is very significant, especially with Venus and Mars being an influence today. On the moon, again, the Leo moon, like this is just having a good time. All right, it's a party day, in a healthy way. So, yeah, I'm just getting a sense of like whatever your gut instinct is telling you, like whatever your intuition is telling you to do, whatever you feel is the right step to take in the moment, follow your feelings today, okay? Especially if they bring joy, happiness, there's that expression of that. How can they... Okay. How can they better express their joy? Okay, there we go. Friendliness. Interesting. 2 of Cups. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to express our joy to ourselves, right? But it is a little bit easier if we express our joy to someone else, to another person. And I'm getting the sense of like, and I know I keep bringing this up, like the connection with other people. But there's a need to remember the connections, expressing joy through connections. And this could be just a simple interaction that you have with someone in a grocery store. It doesn't have to be someone that's very close to you, because there's an effect there, right? There's a cause and effect. We bring that up all the time, especially in the spiritual community. Like if you smile at someone, you don't know, they could have really needed that smile, right? They could have been having a shitty day, but because you smiled and waved, it might have made their day. And I think that that's part of our service and our duty as light workers is trying to bring more positivity, more light into the world, and letting that light illuminate across to other people. I know that you can't be a light worker 24/7. And we're not robots. We are humans. We're going to have bad days. But today it seems like it's a little bit easier to have a more positive, more soft, more nurturing, more loving, more joyful effect on other people. If you have friends, good day to do something with your friend. And I'm also getting a third message here, like the idea of being friendly, even if someone, again, I don't know, I keep feeling like I need to take into consideration just someone else having a bad day. It's interesting because I've had this happen a few times in my life where someone's really being nasty or rude or whatever, and if you act friendly and understanding and empathetic towards what they're experiencing, they tend to soften, they tend to relax, and they tend to realize, oh my God, I'm being an asshole here. Most of the time. I'm not saying everybody. Sometimes there's those few bad apples who are just miserable, and they like to be miserable, and they want to be miserable, and they want to make everybody else miserable around them. But again, that's the same thing though. That's the cause and effect, right? Influential energy. All right. That's how we focus on bringing more joy into today. What is influential in your life? How do you influence other people through interaction, right? And through connection. There is that message. What else for today? What else do we need to know for today? What else do we need to know for today? Okay. King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Prince of Pentacles, Two of Swords, King of Swords. So it's all swords and pentacles, except for that one King of Cups. In the bottom of the deck, Strength. Again, soft and nurturing, right? She's not forcing that lion to do anything. She's taming that lion by caressing that lion, by being there for that lion. And this could include also the interaction that you have within yourself, right? The two versions of yourself, the light and the dark, and being able to comprehend and being able to understand and put yourself in the shoes of the lion, whatever the lion is in your life today. And this could be your wild side. Again, this could be something within you. It doesn't have to be another person. But yeah, taming, not forcing, taming, not controlling. All right. King of Cups. Let's clarify before we talk about the cards. What's this King of Cups about? All right, perfect. Thank you. The Five of Swords. Emotional damage, you know. that's that's what this is. The emotional pain body, not letting the emotional pain body take control and take leadership, because that's part of the ego, right? So, and not just you taking accountability for your own emotions, but what are you allowing other people to do to you, right? Again, it's about doing today, not really thinking and saying. It's about doing. And yeah, there's almost like this energy of not letting... Okay, I'm trying to find like a more understanding way of saying it, but I'm just going to say it. Don't let a jackass be a jackass, okay? They're just being a jackass. And again, it could be a version of yourself. I can't tell you how many times I've had to take accountability and say, I'm being a jackass today. I'm being a jackass right now. So, responsibility for everyone's actions is really important today. What is this Four of Pentacles? What are they holding back? There's that Two of Swords again. So you got that Two of Swords twice. Do not let emotion... Do not hold back emotionally today. Let down your wall, open up, be receptive, because there is the need today to be more flexible and be more receptive and be more open, because these are all cards about being shut down, shutting down emotionally and physically, just shutting down. But if you, okay, well, there is that, right? If you just feel like you need to shut yourself away from the world for a minute, just for a little while, please do that. It might, kind of soothe that solar plexus. But also the thing here, okay, yeah, for sure. A solar plexus block that's a pretty big deal is indecisiveness. That comes from our solar plexus, the inability to make a decision, right? So if you are unable to make a decision today, what you might be holding back is what you want to do. When you hold in too much, it can lead to physical symptoms, right? And when you hold in too much, it can feel so restricting and so limiting that you're suffocating, basically, your soul. So there is a need to do something. There's definitely a need to do something. We'll get more on that. Eight of Swords, because you feel very limited. And I think that conjunction with Mars is going to definitely boost, and then trine over to Venus, boost your confidence, boost your self-esteem, which is all solar plexus again, right? All solar plexus. Yes. Okay, so you will free yourself. That's funny, because these are very, like, opposites. These are opposites. This is restriction and limitation and feeling stuck and trapped, and this is freedom and liberation and feeling able to do what you want, being able to plant a seed. There's definitely the need to plant some seed today. Look up the spirit animal of a kestrel, specifically a kestrel, and a ram. Those are the two spirit animals for today. And a lion. We definitely have lion. Okay. Yeah, it's getting your castle. Like, what is your castle? Creating your castle, building a foundation for your castle, cleaning your castle. Even maybe you already have the castle, but you need to just clean up your castle, whatever that castle is, and being able to feel free to do it. Not to restrict yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Prince of Pentacles, what is this about? What is this Knight of Pentacles about? Can we clarify this Knight of Pentacles? The Knight of Pentacles. The cards, man. I said what I said. So the Knight of Pentacles is being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Alright. So, take your time today. No need to rush. No need to force anything. No need to force anything. That's why the Strength card is in the background energy. You have the strength, you have the courage, you have the bravery to not force things. Don't try to control them today. Just let them be. That's the trine over to Venus. A moon trine over to Venus is very in the flow. Just whatever comes, comes. Very in the moment. All right? Don't worry about tomorrow. Just slow down. Take your time today. Enjoy the little things. Enjoy the plan. Enjoy the road, the journey, right? Let the journey be what it needs to be. Don't feel so... Yeah, what is this indecisiveness about? Okay, some kind of resource maybe. This indecision is about a resource. Could be about something that you're trying to manifest. Could be about a very short cycle, I would say 2 to 3 week cycle that might be unfolding. This could be like a deadline, maybe at work or something like that. But there's a need to see all avenues, right? Again, flexibility. Flexibility, not stubbornness. And maybe that's why that Knight of Pentacles came out twice. Don't be stubborn to being open. Okay, King of Swords, what is this about? Clarity, I feel like, but again, making a decision. King of Swords easily makes those decisions. He uses logic and reasoning first and foremost, but he can easily make those decisions. How can they make a decision? Communication. Mercury, talking again, I'm very mercurial. Communication. But doing without... Okay, so here's the thing, and that might be a shadow side to a conjunction with Moon and Mars, but there's no, like, negative aspects between Mercury and Mars, so there's no aspects at all. Mercury's not doing anything. So I feel like it's not a bad day to do without so much thinking, because the plan is already in motion, right? Things are in motion, and that's why the Eight of Wands is here. So make a decision based on the fact that things are already in motion. There's that Two of Cups again on the bottom of the deck. So you have that Two of Cups twice. Again, the interaction, the relationships in your life, they're kind of being highlighted today. I'm not surprised. Venus and Mars being here as an influential energy for the day. So the interactions themselves can also be very helpful in making a decision, right? Like, what kind of advice can you give to someone else? What kind of advice can they give to you? Is it good advice? Is it bad advice? I mean, it's different, right, with every circumstance. But basically, essentially, with the Two of Cups being in the background energy, the idea of relationships is always, I think, an influence, right? It's always that's not what the word I'm trying to think of. We got to take it into account. We got to take relationships into account all the time. But for today, it's taking it into account to take those steps that you need to take and to make those decisions that you need to make. Okay? I hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.